Many horror stories about that old fort in the village were prevalent. It is said that whoever went there at night never returned. But who believes in these things in today's era? The four friends of Virpur village, Ravi, Suraj, Mohit, and Ajay, used to just consider these stories as superstition. One night, when the whole village was sleeping in a deep sleep, these four decided that they would unveil this mystery. All four of them took their flashlight and wooden poles and proceeded towards that fort. Light, cold air was moving on the way, and the scary voice of the owl was echoing somewhere far away. But all four of them kept on laughing. Scary atmosphere inside the fort. The huge door of the fort was opened due to rust and light push. It was dark inside. All four burnt flashlight and looked around. There were webs of spiders on the walls inside the fort, and a thick layer of dust was frozen on the floor. Then suddenly there was a gust of cold air, and the door automatically closed. Everyone looked at each other with panic. AJ laughed and said, "Hey, why are you afraid?" The door must have been closed from the wind. But Ravi had a feeling of concern on his face. They gradually grow inside. Just then, someone's groaning sound came from one corner. All were stunned. Mohit asked softly, "Whose voice was this?" Suraj rotated the flashlight in that direction, but there was nothing there. But as soon as they proceeded, suddenly a shadow showed in the light of their flashlight. Sudden shadow of ghost. All four stood up. That shadow was slowly moving towards them. Just then, a hoarse voice came. "What are you doing here?" Ravi shook and said, We are just like that." Suddenly he disappeared, and then the loud laughter echoed from behind. This laughter was so scary that the breath of all four got stuck. They ran back to the door screaming, but the door was jammed. Now they could not understand what to do if they do. Just then, blood started dripping from the walls. Blood drops were falling on the floor. All four screamed and started retreating. Then Ajay's eyes fell on an old, broken wooden cupboard. A dusty diary was kept in it. Ajay picked up that diary and quickly turned the pages. The diary looked 100 years old and wrote that the owner of this fort, Thakur Ranveer Singh, had killed an innocent girl, Radha, due to his lust and greed. Before dying, Radha cursed that whatever will come to this fort at night, he will never be able to go back. On reading the diary, all four understood that whatever was happening here was because of the same soul. Radha's soul faced. Just then, a figure began to emerge in the air. It was the soul of a girl whose face was half-baked and eyes were red with blood. She said in a scary voice, "You shouldn't have come here." Suraj gathered courage and said, "We have no fault. We just wanted to know the truth of this fort." The soul screamed in anger and the whole fort started shaking. Dust and bricks started falling from the roof. The four friends started running around to save their lives. Just then, Ajay came to notice that it was written in the diary that to free the soul, Thakur would have to apologize by putting Ranveer Singh's sword on his tomb. He quickly ran towards Thakur Ranveer Singh's old tomb, which was the backyard of the fort. Ajay raised the old sword kept there and started praying to the soul, "Forgive us. We should not have come here. We liberate your soul." As soon as the sword was placed on the samadhi, the screams of the soul echoed, and in a moment it disappeared by turning into smoke. The door opened automatically. The four friends ran out of the fort and returned to the village. Next morning. When he told this story in the village the next morning, the elders said that they had known for years that the soul resides in the fort. But now, the soul was liberated. There was no strange incident in the fort since that night. But the four friends did not forget that dreadful night for life.